Hey everyone. Sorry, I'm I'm trying to blow away the cat hair because I got I got my dude Buddy right here with me, and he wants to hang out. Oh, and press into the camera. Thank you for that. Oh, here's my butthole, guys. Anyways, welcome to part one of two. This is a digging / trade video. You just checked out the digging just now. The second part of this will be all the books that I got in a trade with my buddy Albert. I'll put his info right here on the screen. Go check him out on Instagram and whatnot. I've mentioned him before. He always does awesome claim sales on whatnot. Always has awesome books. I always find good stuff with him. And more importantly than that, I just have a great time hanging out and digging with him because he's a good dude. And we always just have fun chopping it up about comics and life and stuff like that. So it's always good when you can meet like-minded people and become friends with them in the hobby, but even better when they actually just become normal friends like I have with him. So I'm going to get into the books that I found while digging, and you might have seen some of them while digging, and then I will get into the books I traded with him on the second part of this video, which will be out in about a week from this, because I gotta make both of them, and they take time sometimes, especially when you have a bunch of them in the works like I do. Before all that jazz, like, comment, subscribe. It already showed up on the screen, I'm sure. I'm going to take this guy, even though he's having a great time hanging out with me right here, but I'm going to put him down on the ground now because I need the table. Thanks, bro. All right. Bye, buddy. There you go. Thanks, dude. All right, let's get into this haul. I'm going to go publisher by publisher. And after I get all this cat hair off the table, let's start with one of my favorites, but probably not a lot of people's favorites, is Valiant. I love Valiant books. I got into them when I first started collecting comics, after like the big names that I first started collecting. Spider-Man and Moon Knight were like my two favorite when I first started, but then Valiant came on the scene with new characters and some like resurrected characters. And they've come and gone, and they're still around, and they still publish stuff. But I really am looking for the original runs that I never completed when I was a kid, when I was much younger. And I found some of them, which I'm pretty stoked on. Let's get started. We got Bloodshot 39. Later in the run, like these, they get very, very difficult to find. Especially in newsstand. This is not. This is a direct, but I don't have this one. So 39. 40, awesome American flag cover. I love that one. 45. These are all in really high grade too. I was stoked that I found them. They look like they have never been read, barely even touched, and they were unbacked and boarded, which was the craziest part. But yeah, 45. Cool dragon on there. And the last one I found, a Bloodshot, was 46. They're all directs, but still stoked to have them because just trying to complete the runs. Then I found the final issue. I love final issues of The Visitor, number 13. So only went 13 issues, and I have a couple other issues in this run, but I really just started collecting that one. I don't find those very often. Next is DC stuff, and there was a decent amount of DC stuff, but the majority of the stuff that I got was like indie and Marvel. I was missing Swamp Thing number 144. Just an awesome cover. Fragmented looking, shattered mirror looking thing. This almost looks like a guitar, like somebody's playing a guitar, but I can't really tell. Swamp Thing 147 or 6? 6. My eyes are going bad. 146, that's a pretty rad cover too. Just kind of bizarre. Seven Soldiers, Frankenstein 404. I pick these up every time I see them. Lady Frank and Frank, obviously Creature Commandos stuff, right? Especially Lady Frank, people love that. character in the series, so I get him every time I come across him. I got this to read because it's an Essentials, because I never read this, and I think I might have number 1 somewhere. I just don't know, but this is the Vertigo Essentials Lucifer number 1, so I got that to read. Why the Last Man number 4? Why the Last Man? If you haven't read this, go buy the trade paperback and read at least the first 5 issues. It's fantastic. You won't want to stop reading it. It's so good. It's such a great story. 1 through 3 or 4, I think, are pretty low print, and then the last issue is a harder one to come by as well. If you saw the lights go out, we just had a power outage. So, oh, there we go. Now it's back on. If you heard the beeps, that was like a battery charge in my garage. But yeah, that was a little scary. I'm just glad it came back on. Glad there was no issues. Next book from DC, Firestorm Nuclear Man, annual number 5. I do not know who did this. It is great work, though. It's very minimal. Enough of talking about it. I'll just show it, and I'll put who did the cover art right here so you can see. But that's just an awesome cover. Stars and Stripe number 10. This book goes for like $10 to $15 on average all the time. Sometimes more. It just depends. This book's got 2 things going for it. Well, I mean, besides the obvious, it's a bondage cover because she's in chains, right? So that's the main reason that people want this book. There's specific groups of collectors who just collect bondage covers. Number 2, this is kind of like a Hulk 340 homage, right? Because you can see his reflection in the syringe right there. So it's kind of like an undercover one of those. I don't really know if it's like listed on any lists of being an homage to that, but it looks like it to me. So I'm going to call it that. I found another one of these recently. This is Justice League of America, number 31, with a female Dr. Fate on the cover. And this is, if you don't know, this is an Adam Hughes cover. It's kind of a sneaky Adam Hughes cover, right? But people love Adam Hughes. You can really tell once you start looking at it. When you're flipping through boxes and this comes up, you're like, oh, $1 book, quarter book, whatever. Like, it's junk, right? But then you really start looking at the artwork and you're like, oh, it's definitely Adam Hughes. You can tell. I like the promo comics, so we got Superman, Compliments of Radio Shack, The Computers That Saved Metropolis, featuring the Whiz Kids from Radio Shack. I have a bunch of these Whiz Kids comics too, but I just love these promotional comics. Anywhere I can get them, I usually pick them up. This one's in pretty good shape too. It's got a little bit of edge wear right here, but I was very surprised. There's really no ticks on this whatsoever, and it's very nice. And this was just a fantastic Superman cover of Superman Blue, the blue suit one. You know, Electricity Superman one, whatever. But this is Superman Action Comics Annual Pulp Heroes number 9. And just an awesomely painted cover. I don't know who did it. Oh, wait, it says Beckman. I'll put it right here. But check that out. That's great art. Him fighting a bunch of skeletons. And my favorite part is it's kind of hard to see, but he's swinging one around by one of their legs right there. That's pretty great. All right, on to some indie stuff. A decent stack of indie stuff here. Pretty good stack of indie stuff, actually. Oh, wow. A lot more than I thought. Okay, there we go. Stumptown number 1. We'll buzz through these a lot quicker. This was like optioned, so $1 buy-in, not too bad. Irredeemable. 6, 7. If you have not read Irredeemable, same thing as Why the Last Man. Go read it. It's a fantastic story. It's one of the best superhero stories ever written, I think, in my opinion. It's really, really good, and it has an awesome premise, and I think everyone should read it. So number 8, which is a great cover. This was the art that they used on I think, on the first trade as well. Number 9. This is done by Mark Waid. Peter Krause did the art, and published through Boom Studios. It's really good. 15. I'm working on this run, so that's why I picked up so many issues of this. 26, 27, 28, that's a great cover as well. 29, I believe this was used on one of the trades as well, one of the later trades. 32, 33, 34, and 35. That is a phenomenal cover. I love it. And it didn't go much longer than this. I want to say it went to 38 or 40. I don't remember off the top of my head what the number was. Kilroy was here. Number 0. I'm a big Brian Bolin fan. Anytime I see a cover of his that I don't have for cheap, I get it. And that's in great shape too. I believe this cover of Vengeance of Vaporella number 4 was done by Buzz. I think that's the artist's name. But speaking of like good girl art, this is very much Adam Hughes, or not good girl, but just girl art. Adam Hughes, right? Looks almost like an Adam Hughes cover when you look at it real quick. Johnny Quest from Comico number 10. This is a pink cover, and that is the only reason I bought it. The Beast from 20 Billion Years Beyond Earth. This is Dark Horse Presents number 152. I just thought it was so cool. Monster looking cover. Had to get it. And now I got some Judge Dredd, and I'll just put them in order real quick because I should have done that before, but I didn't, and that was really stupid of me. That was easy. So Judge Dredd number 7, the Eagle Comics, great dinosaur cover. Number 8, that's fantastic either. And speaking of Brian Boland, right? Number 10, Fish Judge. Number 14, I love this one because he looks so freaking weird and disproportionate. And number 23. So, can't go wrong for $1. One more Judge Dredd. This is number 6, later on, the quality one. And it's a giant size, like 52 page, but it's got Santa on it. And I collect Christmas covers. I'm hitting all the little subsects of covers that I collect. Fire and Ice Tigra. I don't remember if that's a one-shot or not, but Dan Panosian also does fantastic art. Fire and Ice 2. I have number 1 somewhere. Number 1's a Frank Frazetta cover. I don't believe this is... I think this is a George Perez cover. It kind of looks like it. I can kind of tell from all the detail with this, but... Is it? I think it says Perez. I believe so. It looks like it. And number 3. Fantastic. Painted cover. Great. All right, on to the Marvel to end the video. And that's it for this first part of the haul. Like I said, the next part will be all the books I traded with my buddy. We just pretty much traded straight out. So it was a good mix. I'm working on the original Death's Head run. So I got number 10, him and Iron Man. Number 122 of Silver Surfer. Anything above 120 on Silver Surfer gets a lot harder to find and pretty collectible. Unbelievable Gwenpool number 3. Totoro homage. Can't really pass that up. Avengers Academy 39. Final issue of that run. Clive Barker's Hellraiser. I think this is number 11. 11, yeah. Anytime I see those books, I pick them up. Horror fans love those. Blade, the Red Band edition of number 2, which I haven't read number 1 yet, so that's good. Newsstand copy of X Factor number 15, where Angel loses his wings. I get these every time I see them. It's a desirable one. Rogue One number 4, working on that run. But this is just a fantastic Darth Vader cover. It's got so much cool stuff going on it. The reflection in his eyes is really cool. Looks like almost like fire and like lava, like as in the background, because he's probably on Mustafar. But then it's him walking in like to the Emperor's chamber with the Imperial guards right there. I just thought it was such a great cover. Oh, Phil Noto. I should have known. He does a lot of really good Star Wars, cool, creatively imagined Star Wars stuff is probably a better way to put that. Doctor Strange number 86 and 87. These are much more difficult to find. 85 to 90. I think it ended at 90. Don't really see them very often, not at all. So, and these are both like minor keys too. It's like Baron Mordo's daughter becomes Sorcerer Supreme, or it's too hard to remember all those little tiny things like that. And then the last books are all Ravage 2099, and that's probably a title that no one really cares about, thinks about, collects by any means, but I do, especially these later harder to find issues, because that's what all these are. So starting with number 25, and what's really cool is all the 2099 titles had this kind of same thing. Spider-Man 2099, if they got to 25 issues, you'll see it. Dune 2099 had the same thing or whatever. But what's really cool about digging in what I found was this, I mean, aside from the book itself, this also has, they all have special editions as well. And they're shiny. So you can see, and I got both. I was like lucky enough to find both of them. And like you can see the subtle differences in the trade. You know, obviously it's shiny, but it's different colors. You know, and they're both first prints, but they're just a special edition. So I believe there was one of each. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. I don't know. I'm not that well versed on that yet, but I'm trying to find out more information about it. Ravage 2099 number 6. A good barometer, if you can tell if something is a little more scarce or not during this era of Marvel Comics, is when you look at the number and it's in this little tiny square like this. Like you can see they switched. 25 has like the normal indica or indicia, however you want to say it, cover, corner box, however, you know, whatever you refer to it as. Once it switches to this little one right here, they're a little bit more scarce, especially towards the end of all of the runs. They're a lot harder to find. So, but this is a great, that's a great cover. I'm not like big on Headshots cover unless they do a little bit different, but this one's so cool because this hair takes up the whole thing. It's so detailed. I really liked it. 27. I didn't have these towards the end of the run, so I'm really stoked that I found them. 29. I'm missing 28, so I got to find that somewhere. 30. 31. I think this is my favorite cover of the entire run of Ravage 2099. 32. He just looks so pissed, and it's just done so well. Harper did this. Not familiar. He probably did other cool things because I really like his art on this, but it's just done really, really well. Like, really take a look at it. Pause it and take a look at it. It's great. And then the final issue I found, 33, and I found 2 copies of it. So people looking to complete the runs always have a harder time trying to find those final issues. I know I already have at least one of these somewhere as well. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of part 1, the stuff that I actually found while digging. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like what you see, share the video with your friends. I appreciate it. Go follow me over on Instagram. All the links are in the bio. I appreciate all the love, all the watches, all the jazz that comes along with doing stuff like this. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's it. I appreciate digging with friends because that's, you know, the most fun part about this hobby to me, other than the cool art that you get to look at, you know, and while you're reading these stories. Anyways, do all that stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep digging.